This has been a long time coming. I'm doing the Eastern Pines backpacking trail. I just drove 3 hours from Ottawa. As you can see, I got my completely massive backpack going on here. Definitely overpacked. I mean, I feel like that's kind of bound to happen when like it's your first solo backpacking trip. Oh, look at this sign. For long day hikes or for backpackers wanting to camp for a few days in the beautiful Algonquin landscape. So this is the entirety of it. I'm taking this route up all the way around to Stratton Lake. But I may just be going this way first. Still trying to decide. We'll see how it goes. It's overall not long. The full thing comes out to be like 20 kilometers, which over 2 days is absolutely nothing. Might be nice to just set up first, maybe do a little exploring, or instead just go for the long hike. Would have been nice if it was like right in the middle, like halfway my campsite, but it's not. Super excited. Honestly, it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. As you guys can see, fall is approaching. The colors are changing, still mostly green. This is happening right at the end of September. So you guys will probably see this like early October. And yeah, I was super excited for this. I've heard it's an absolutely beautiful trail. You know, for a while, like part of me was a little stressed, like, oh, you know, I'm on my own, but nah, like as soon as I'm on the trail, like it's all just excitement. Like there's no nerves, you know. Still, there's also like plenty of people around nearby. I thought it was gonna be more like isolated, but it's not. There's definitely like campers semi nearby. So, you know, if worst comes to worst, there's people that are around to help. Say another thing, I don't know if you guys hear that, but I have a bear bell that my dad got me, just to kind of, you know, be making noise to keep the bears away. But I kind of just realized now, since I'm doing this, I'm probably gonna be yapping for half the hike. So bears will be hearing that instead. I'm not too concerned. Not common enough where you're gonna see them every go. Every time I've seen black bears, it's probably when I was just driving like through Algonquin. Never actually when I'm like on a trail, you know. But just for safety, I don't know if I can show it here. I don't know if you guys saw. I do have a bear spray on hand. Yeah, I definitely overpacked. I mean, no real harm done, but like I have maybe a bit over 35 pounds of gear on me, which, for those who know, for a 2-day trip, pretty overkill. I kind of knew it was going to be overkill, just for kind of like a peace of mind. I wanted to, you know, kind of keep it to be a little bit overkill. Oh, packing a little bit of extra food, packing a little extra comfort. Like I kind of went a little bougie here, honestly. I feel like I'm gonna make the most out of that and really enjoy all the comfort items I brought. Like I brought a chair too, you know. Honestly, such an underrated item to have. Like once you're all set up, if you're not actively exploring some new places, which I plan to be doing, you're probably just gonna be relaxing. You know what I mean? And you don't want to spend all that time in a tent. So having a nice place to sit, to enjoy your meal, is very valuable, in my opinion, and is worth the additional weight that comes with it. Decided I wanted to take the long route. It is only noon. I was expecting to get here a little later, but I didn't. There was literally like no traffic. A little surprised by that, but because of that, I'm here at like noon, and had I taken the short way, I would have set up about like 1 latest. I don't know, I kind of wanted to go for a long hike, so I turned back and started from the long way. So it'll probably take me another 3 hours. So I will be getting my somewhat longer hike, which I'm looking forward to. This trail looks sick. It is such a vibe. I'm going through swamps, you know, pine trees. It's just really neat. One thing I realized on the drive up, I forgot my fishing rod. I was planning on doing some fishing because the lake I'm camping on has some trout, and I thought that would be pretty fun. But I mean, no fishing this time, which is totally fine. There's many other fun ways to pass my time, like prayer. I feel like all this quietness, no one around really, for the most part, will give me a good time to just devote one-on-one time with God, you know? So I am looking forward to that. Nice. Oh, that's beautiful. That is so neat. So I think this is a berm lake, but yeah, this is pretty gorgeous, honestly. Yeah, it's really nice. It's calm. Just a slight breeze. Temperature is nice too. It's like 20, you know. So yeah, it's super ideal out here right now. Great camping weather. And then the coldest it's gonna get to, I think, like what, tonight, it's gonna be like 7 degrees, which is not bad at all. You know what I mean? Especially because I brought my old trusty wool blanket, and those things just, you know, you could stay so warm in those. Wool blankets are great for you know, colder camping. And I prefer that to like a, you know, a mummy sleeping bag. You know what I mean? Where you're all confined. Whew. There's a lot of elevation on this side of the trail. Because remember, I started off on the other side, and it's basically all flat. Yeah, I read the reviews that this side has more elevation, rocks, etc. It's kind of nice having that variety. Plus I got this beautiful lake right next to me. It's pretty solid. Ran into a few people on this trail so far, actually. Everyone's always really nice, I think, when they're out camping or hiking, you know. It's just, it's hard to have a bad vibe when you're out enjoying nature, away from work, away from literally all stressful things. You know what I mean? It's always nice. I love that everyone's so friendly. About 5 or so kilometers in, but kilometer of that was like going the wrong way. Probably still have another 10 or so kilometers to until I reach my camping spot. I've been moving pretty sluggishly, honestly. I've been kind of just walking at what I felt like was my regular pace, and then I'm checking my my watch, and I'm pacing at like 15 minutes a kilometer. That's a bit slower than usual, and it's because like I was walking at the pace that felt regular, but because of this backpack, I'm actually going significantly slower. Mentally reminding myself like, hey, put some pep in your step. I haven't had lunch, and I thought like, yeah, maybe I could stop for lunch, sure. But I like to eat my meals relaxed, not knowing I got a bunch of walking ahead of me. So I think instead, I'm just gonna power through till I'm at my site. Eat first, set up later. That's the plan. Just gotta lock in. I want to do like closer to like 11-12 minutes per kilometer, just so I'm making up some better ground. It's kind of like a trip to get used to the weight, because in a week or so, a bit over a week, I'm gonna be going to see my brother. And me and him are gonna be backpacking in BC. That's gonna be sick. Continuing on, probably have another 2 or so hours till I'm at my site. I'm getting hungry. This way is the way to my campsite. It's the way to High Falls, which is like apparently a really sick attraction. Another 6 kilometers that way. This is 1.3 this way, so a total of 2.6 extra. I really wanted to go check this out because if I didn't, I probably went tomorrow, because then it's an extra 10 kilometers. No, it's an extra 12 kilometers instead of an extra 2.6 right now. So I think I'm gonna make the trip and check it out. Oh, pretty. Wouldn't mind camping here, honestly. But, you know, designated sites, so on we go. Almost at the falls, and then take a gander at that, and then I'm tired. Definitely gonna take a little bit of a break there. I could use it. Yeah, but this is nice. I'm just gonna relax here, just take it all in, enjoy it. Water bladder. Gonna fill this up, because I don't know if I can at my site. I'll filter it at my site, but I'll start purifying it here with some tablets. Just refilled about 1.5 liters. Doesn't look the best right now, but I'm gonna put some purification tablets, and then I have my filter as well that I'll use to get rid of the viruses, bacteria, and sediment. So will be clean to drink eventually. But I want to just get the tablets started, because usually you gotta wait at least like 20 minutes. And given I drink all my water by the time I'm back to my site, I want to have some water ready to go for cooking. Perfect. So I got my 2 tablets in there. They should be good to go soon. All right, grab some water. Back on my way out now. That was fun. It's a nice break. Probably was there for like 20-30 minutes. Just checking everything out. I'm at the lake I'll be camping on. Getting really close to my site. I can feel it. I can smell it. There won't be a more pretty view in this world than Stratton campsite number 3. This is home tonight. Oh my gosh. Gorgeous. What an unreal feeling to sit down. I hiked just under 18 kilometers and just under 5 hours. Probably my second longest hike. Definitely longest with this hunk of junk carrying around. I'm proud of myself for that. That was not easy. I don't think I packed my bag the best way either. My neck is strained. My feet have blisters. And my shoulders are beyond sore. But I'm here. Oh, it's so nice. Time to make some food. Bear Barrel. Shout out my buddy Josh for lending me this. So, because I'm absolutely tired and gassed, I'm gonna go for like the easiest meal to make. Freeze-dried meal, pasta primavera with grilled chicken. That's steel pouch, yep. All right. Gonna give that 10 more minutes. Maybe it doesn't look the most appetizing, but you know what I've had to eat today? Yogurt, banana, orange, potatoes. Because I skipped lunch. I'm like, I'll have it on the trail, but I'm like, I just really want to get moving. This never happens, so this is a 5:30 lunch. That is amazing. Man. I do not know how badly I needed this. Apparently, really badly. I mean, I'm sure everything will taste amazing when you're hungry, exhausted, and sore. But, I don't know. It stands out. Voila. Home sweet home. Did that in like less than 10 minutes. Nice and easy. Probably gonna start cold soaking my next meal just because I've dried mushrooms that I want to get a little bit of moisture in beforehand. Same with dehydrated chicken. So I'm gonna put in a bit of water and I'll be boiling this stuff later. In the meantime, probably gonna go fix up the rest of my tent, put the belongings in, blow my air mattress, yada yada. But it's super relaxing out here. I've just been sitting in that chair, honestly, for like the last hour and a half, just relaxing. It's been so nice to just sit down and not do anything. So I'm gonna get some work done and then I'm gonna go right back to not doing anything. I just love relaxing in literally complete quiet. You can hear. Pretty quiet, no sounds. Some birds chirping, some waterfowl flapping their wings, but other than that, it's pretty quiet. All right, so my next meal, homemade, super easy camping meal, all in one bag. All you have to do is add it to a pot and add water. We have dehydrated chicken,
which I dehydrated in my air fryer beforehand, basmati rice, some dried honey mushrooms, which I actually picked with my grandfather when I visited him, and some soup mix. All you have to do is just add it to a pot, add the right amount of water for the rice, and then just a little bit extra so that the chicken and the mushrooms can actually soak up a bit of moisture when you cook it. Let it soak for like 20-30 minutes or so, and then all you got to do is boil it, and once the rice is finished cooking, all the other stuff will be perfectly fine. Oh yeah. All right, that looks just about done. All right, you guys can't see me, but I'm gonna call that a night. It's completely dark, and I can't really film anymore. So I'm just gonna sit out here, have this food, and then head to bed.
Good morning. Very happy with this wool blanket. First time testing out this one. Now, despite it looking quite thin, it actually does so much to keep you warm. Another good thing about wool is it's actually a little fire resistant, much more so than sleeping bags. So if you're ever sleeping by a fire, wool should be your option. Anyway, I might do a little scripture reading and then start making some breakfast.
Looks like a pretty calm day. It's crazy. All the clouds cleared up now. Didn't know if I was gonna need a little jacket, but definitely came in handy last night. Just maybe a little extra cozy. It's my go-to camping oats. It's just easy. It's light, good amount of calories, despite its size. I know some people don't like it, but I'm okay with it. Some delicious looking oats. With all my oats, I like to throw in some sweetness into them, whether it's honey or berries or whatever. I find it adds so much. While I've been out here, I've been reading this book called The Secrets of the Rosary by Saint Louis de Montfort. I'm learning a lot more about, praying the Holy Rosary and about Mother Mary. And one thing that I had forgotten about was that rosary actually translates to crown of roses. And that when you complete a full rosary, like all 15 decades, you're actually placing a crown of roses upon Mother Mary's head, which I think is absolutely beautiful. The reason I've been looking into this more is every time I go hiking, I try to pray the rosary. I find that out here, connected to God, as I've mentioned in previous videos, very, very connected, just me and him, and praying the rosary just helps, embrace myself into prayer. I understand that it's talking about full life and passion of Christ, but it also talks about the Mary. And I just wanted to understand kind of the origins of the rosary, and this book has really been doing that. It's called The Secrets of the Rosary by Saint Louis de Montfort. So far, I've found it to be such an interesting read. So, pray your rosaries. It does a lot more for you. I feel like with prayers that have lots of repetition, like the Holy Rosary, even the Lord's Prayer, people just tend to speed through it. That's not how you do it. You're actually not really praying it if you're just, saying it over and over again without any thought. You have to put weight behind every single word. When you pray stuff like the Holy Rosary and the Our Father, the Lord's Prayer, speeding through it, you're not actually meditating over the words. But when I pray these things, I make sure to feel the weight of every single word, try to meditate over every single line, right? To fully understand the significance of these prayers, because they're not just like any other prayers. These two prayers stand out, right? The Lord's Prayer, authored by Christ himself, meditating on the significance of them provides you so much value. And that's the only way you should be praying these prayers, let alone any prayers. Don't just make it a habit of, Our Father who art in heaven, Our Father who art in heaven, saying the same thing over and over again, just for the sake of getting it out there. That's not proper praying. Every single line of the Lord's Prayer encapsulates all of Christianity, encapsulates all of who God is, right? When the Our Father came to be, right, it was about the apostles of Christ trying to learn how to properly pray to God. And what was the best way to do that? What is God looking for in prayer?
And that's what Jesus gave us. I have Christian friends who barely pray the Our Father or the Holy Rosary because they don't like just repeating it. They like just, you know, praying whatever comes to mind, which isn't a bad thing, but you should not neglect these prayers. They're incredibly valuable. So next time you're out camping or going for a hike, bring a rosary. If you don't have one, get one. Your local Catholic church should have one, or should have some available for you. Grab a rosary, learn to pray it, and feel the significance behind it.
I think the next few hours, I'm just gonna sit here in quiet. Just enjoy the quiet. I think that'll be nice.
Still the morning, but I think I want to start packing up, kind of be out of here by around noonish. Nice solid day and a half out here. So I'm going to start packing up and then I'll be on my way. Voila. All right, on our way. I'd say overall, these trails were pretty well marked. Really no issues in that regard. There were some parts of the trail that were so overgrown, mixed in with some of the trail markers I noticed had like fallen off. There were definitely points I had to check up with my GPS. It was pretty, you know, hard to follow otherwise, which again, I don't mind because I obviously have like maps and stuff like that. So I have a general idea of where I need to go. And that's it. That's the end. Made it all the way. It was a great trip. Just gonna pack up and head on out, but I want to thank those who made it to the end of this video for watching, and yeah, get ready for the next adventure. God bless, guys.